Welcome to Brandon's Dream Theater, number 1. Our story begins when Brandon was driving out to go camping at Karen's farm with Connor, Atticus, and Isaac. Hey, we're almost there. This is going to be a ton of fun.
You're not kidding. This'll be great!
So, turn right here.
Yep. Hey, did you know we're closed on the rest of the land? Really?
Yeah, it's done. And the people that moved there set up a windsurfing thing. Oh, well, that's pretty cool. And so they arrived at the farm, as they called it. It was fall, as evidenced by the changing colors of the foliage. The deep reds, the golds, as warm as the sun, and finally the oranges. The air had a cool crispness about it that was refreshing as it was invigorating, especially after the 3-hour-long car ride. As they began to set up their camp, the owner of the next portion of land that had once belonged to the Belotas came to invite them over for a ride. Howdy there, neighbor. My name's Jamal Davis. Hi there. My name's Isaac, and my mom owns part of the land. Ah, well, it's good to know you, son. I just came by to see if y'all wanted to try out the new windsurfer.
That sounds great. But what exactly is a windsurfer?
Well, son, basically it's a small cloth airplane with an aluminum frame. And before you say you don't know how to fly, this plane, if you can drive a car, son, you can fly this plane. We'll have to give it a try then. I'm glad to hear it. It was just a few hours until they were flying the ultralight aircraft. What made this model of plane so special was its speed. In fact, at 300 miles per hour, it was the fastest ultralight aircraft in existence.
Wahoo!
Can you make this thing do a flip? I sure can, son. Hold on! Jamal threw the airplane down, then sharply back up until they came into a dead stall, then eased the plane over backwards, and they were inverted. As they began their downward arc, the cool wind bit right through their jackets, till they were chilled to the bone. Wow, that's really cool. You ain't seen nothing yet, son. After a series of aerial acrobatics, Jamal brought the plane in for a landing. This time the sun was setting, and the air turned from crisp to cold.
That was great. Thanks for taking us.
Think nothing of it, son. Well, I best be getting old Bessie back into the hangar. And with that, he turned the key in the cockpit, went sent an electrical signal to the battery, and fired the spark plugs. And the plane's engine roared to life, sending a dust cloud rolling. Jamal taxied to his hangar. We should get a fire started. Yeah, you and Connor can go gather up some firewood, and Atticus and I will get supper out of the truck. Isaac and Connor set off into the woods, and Atticus and Brandon got the truck run loaded. Soon they returned, and they all dined. It was a dark... Hold on, I don't think I can convey the beauty of this. Here to do it instead is Morgan Freeman.
It was dark, and the only light was the campfire, the fire being almost hypnotizing in its rhythmic flicker, its crackle pop, and the way the embers would float up into the night sky, never to be seen again. That sky was filled with the illuminating stars and the dusty glow of the Milky Way. The beauty of that cold, starry night, way out in the country, was enough to inspire a poet, but suddenly a noise from a visitor received them from their reprieve. Yeah. Why, how y'all boys doing? Just fine, old man Jenkins. How you? Well, I'm all right, I guess. I just came on by to check up on y'all. Ow. And to tell y'all not to go down by the old haunted cellar. That there cellar, you wouldn't know it, but it's haunted. Trust me, we won't be going to anything that could be described as haunted. Well, all righty then. Glad to hear it, son. We're going by that old haunted silo, aren't we?
Yeah! The only thing you could hear was 4 pairs of feet hitting that dirt road as they walked to the old silo, and the occasional distant moan of a train slowly passing by. When they arrived at the 8-foot-tall circular concrete building, their breath was illuminated by their flashlights, as Atticus tried one last time, but to no avail, to dissuade them from entering the haunted silo. Brandon pulled out a .45 caliber pocket pistol. Something about its weight and the power that implied felt good in his hand as he leveled the gun with the lock. He waited until the train's whistle emitted a long, shrill moan that cut through the night air like an alarm clock rousing one from a deep sleep. And he pulled the trigger. BAM! The bullet tore through the lock like it was nothing, and embedded itself deep into the concrete door with an audible grunt. They pried the gargantuan door open, just wide enough to enter. There was a considerable amount of junk scattered all about the place. I got a strange sense that someone or something is watching us.
Yeah, I got a bad feeling about this.
Connor said in his not too well Han Solo impression. Just then, a spine-chilling scream! Yes, as a phantom emerged from underneath a stack of boxes, and it rushed them. His body a sick green color, with a deep gash across its face that oozed blood and pus. Its arms were unusually long, with short talons at the ends instead of fingers. And this beast was wrapped in a blue tunic. Brandon quickly brought his pistol to bear, firing 3 quick shots, and into the chest of the monstrosity. Isaac fired a shotgun. Boom! The noise from the firearms was deafening, since it reverberated off the walls, and as the bullets ripped through the beast's flesh and out its back, it collapsed into a pool of its own blood. They ran as fast as their adrenaline and fear-infused energy could take them. Hearts pounding in their ears, they drove all the way back to their homes. This has been Brandon's Midnight Dream Theater. Ah, 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 ah.